So a couple, I think like a month ago, or almost a month ago, I made a video talking about how BC basically allows drugs to be legal and be used in public out here in British Columbia, Canada, right? And fast forward almost a month now, all of a sudden, all over the news, it says British Columbia legalizes drugs. So you're allowed to have a certain percentage of, of any street drug, a certain amount. I think it's like 3.5 grams or something like that. I'm not even sure. But isn't it crazy that I just made a video almost a month ago talking about that and people were calling me stupid? And then a month later, here we are all over the news in British Columbia saying that they have officially legalized drugs, street drugs, like hard drugs. You know what I'm saying? Crystal meth, you know what I'm saying? Which is methamphetamine. Um, you know what I mean? Heroin, like, not only that, but they're giving people free drugs and they're also helping people inject drugs and they're also allowing drugs to be used in public, in front of kids, in front of anywhere and anybody, in front of any business. You're allowed to smoke meth and do needles, and this is only in British Columbia. So I'm from Ontario, right? Hamilton, Ontario. When I came out here, let me see, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So it's been 8 years now. It's been 8 years since I first came to BC. The first thing that stood out to me as soon as I got here was that it's a big party house. It's a big party place. Like before before marijuana was legal, I came to BC. You can go to jail for a gram of weed. You know what I'm saying? At that time when I came out here, like it was, we don't mess around. You know what I'm saying? We ain't running around with more, like with too much weed on us. You know what I'm saying? You can literally, especially if you got probation, you're gonna do 30 days in maximum security provincial jail, with murderers and killers, you know what I'm saying, gangsters. You're going to go to jail for a gram of weed for 30 days and be in that type of environment where you could potentially get killed or have to kill somebody. So it's really not a joke, you know what I'm saying? That'll make you not want to smoke weed, you know what I'm saying? Or at least, not so freely, carelessly, you know what I'm saying? But when I came to BC, I hopped off the bus and I walked straight up the East Hastings Strip because it's famous all over the world, right? Because of the drug use, because of it's called the Skid Row, you know what I mean? It's Canada's Skid Row, right? And I was like, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? There's just drug addicts everywhere, like crawling everywhere, just a zombie apocalypse. And I'm just like, why isn't it like that in the hood? Like you'd think the hood would harvest more drug addicts and you think there's more gangsters out there than there is out here, you know what I'm saying? So there's probably more. But here's the thing about BC. They have been allowing and legalizing, hardcore drugs for more than a decade, for more than 10 years. But now, just now, are they saying publicly to the whole, whatever, over the news, we've officially legalized drugs? What are you talking about? I came here almost 10 years ago and drugs was legal. You guys, there was people smoking meth in the streets. Cops are walking by, just patrolling. Guys are going, smoking meth, smoking crack, doing needles right in front of the cops. Cops are just, they don't care. They don't care. If you were in Ontario and you were doing any of that, the cops are grabbing you, confiscating your paraphernalia, confiscating your possession, your narcotics, your drugs, and then charging you with possession of narcotics and various other charges. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna go to jail, and you're gonna dry out. You're gonna have to get dope sick. You're gonna lay there. You're gonna be sick. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna sweat it out, and then after a couple of weeks or a month of being dope sick in jail, you dry out, you become back to a normal human being anymore. The addiction is broken, okay? That's what happens, okay? Now, not to say that addiction is never truly broken, but you are free chemically from that chemical addiction now. Your body has removed it, and now you have a fair chance, a free slate at starting over again or turning the other way. You actually have a moment of clarity to think and be like, yo, do I really want to go back to that life, or do I want to try to get away from it? But the fact that you dried out and got dope sick and withdrawal and and got rid of that entire sickness, got it off your chest. Now you're clean, you're normal. That's how the process of addiction goes with opiates, like, you know what I mean, like pain pills and stuff like that. You get dope sick, you get sick if you can't get the drug. That's why people keep trying to get the drug, and they keep stealing to get the drug, and they keep hustling to get the drug. In BC, they just keep allowing you to always have access to drugs, so you can never run out and you can never stop because you're chemically addicted. You know what I'm saying? It's not even you, the human being, that is doing it. It's literally the chemical addiction. Your body, your brain is chemically dependent now on that external chemical that you've been putting into your body, because your body has a natural ability to fight pain. It has a natural chemical ability to fight pain. So when you replace your natural chemical ability to fight pain with an external foreign source that's not meant to be used, you know what I'm saying, to fight pain, your body switches from its natural dependency on that chemical that you already produce in your brain, and it switches and it becomes chemically dependent on that external chemical that's outside of your body. So now your body survives. It breathes, it eats, it drinks, it does what it does naturally to survive. It functions to live, right? Well, guess what? Chemicals are a part of your functioning to live. So without certain chemicals, your body would die, your brain would die, you would die. You know what I'm saying? It continuously feeds itself and releases certain chemicals for different reasons, right? So you're dependent on those chemicals that you already naturally have, or else you would die without them. It's now the same. It's now your body thinks the same thing now with the external foreign chemical, addictive chemical that you've been putting into your body. So it switches off of its natural ability to fight pain, and it goes right to the external source, and it says, I need that for pain. And there's nothing that can stop your body or your brain from acquiring something that it needs to function and survive. So you have no control over the addiction. There is no way to stop yourself from going and getting that drug and putting it in your body. It is now a bodily emergency. Your body knows it needs that chemical, and it's going to produce it regardless of how it does that, externally or internally. Because you have, infiltrated yourself with a foreign addictive chemical that's replaced your natural chemical in your brain to fight pain. Now you can't fight pain anymore independently. Your body, your brain does not have the ability to fight pain anymore by itself. So now you have no choice but to rely on that external source, that addictive pain pill, pain medication, opioids or opiates, whatever, like, you know what I'm saying, Dilaudid, Oxycontin, you know what I'm saying, like all the pain pills, morphine, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. Even like, heroin and stuff like that too. Like, you get sick and withdrawal, whatever. My dad, he was doing needles in front of me, smoking crack, melting down Oxy 80s in front of me before they restructured them, and you could still do that, and he would smash them. I've been around drug use all my life, heroin, crystal meth, crack, you know what I'm saying? I was selling crack when I was 15 years old, you know what I'm saying? I was sitting in trap houses watching prostitutes smoke crack, and I would keep feeding them. Yeah, I lived that life. I know what I'm talking about. So there's a problem with British Columbia, and there's a reason why there's such a huge drug pandemic in British Columbia, okay? And it's not by accident either. It's not by mistake. They're doing this on purpose. And the ignorance of the public in the community, with their lack of life experience, they've never been through real addiction before. Even if they've had people in their lives that they care about that are going through addiction, they still and don't understand the addiction itself and how these drugs work, because they didn't grow up in the street exposed to drug use and watching their loved ones use these drugs on a daily basis for 10, 15 solid years in the streets, homeless, knowing addiction to a new level. They see it, they see their loved ones doing it, whatever, and that's all they see. They just want to help their loved one. That's all they know. They just know that their loved one they know who they were before the addiction. They care about their loved one, and they want them to not die. So they're willing to accept anything to try to help these people that are completely consumed by addiction, right? And here's the thing. There's evil people that look at things like this in ways that they can capitalize, okay? When I was a drug dealer, I looked at every single person as an opportunity to potentially get them hooked on drugs, so that way they would become addicted, and then they would just continue. Now they're addicted. Once I have them addicted, they know where the source is. They're going to keep coming to me and buying it. So I'm creating clientele. You know what I'm saying? By giving people free drugs. I will, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what a drug dealer does. We go, we meet people, we be social, and we give people free drugs. We have samples, okay? And I used to sell coke, I used to sell crack, and I would keep my profit out of that batch. You know what I'm saying? If it was a ball, a half ball, and I would keep a certain percentage of that, which would originally be my profit that I would make, but instead I would give it away to get people addicted to the drug for free, so that they come back to me, they know my product is good, right? Okay. Civilians don't know this. They don't know this. They don't know what I just told you, because they never sold crack in their life. They didn't grow up in a crack drug dealing world. You know what I'm saying? Like I did as a kid. They didn't, so they don't understand it, man. And they think they're helping. They think they're helping by supporting this harm reduction thing out here in British Columbia. Listen, if you can't get away from the drug, you can never overcome it, because it is a chemical dependency. It's scientifically and mathematically proven that if you can't completely be forced and isolated away from these chemicals to the point where your body reproduces its own natural chemical ability to fight pain, then you will continuously, functionally, as if it's like you're taking a breath in and a breath out and a breath in and a breath out. Your body's going to keep going for that chemical because it needs it. It's supposed to have it naturally, but you've replaced it with an external source. See, you don't get it, man. You guys don't get it. That's why the shelters are full of drug addicts. That's why the Pandora Strip is full of drug addicts. That's why drug use has not improved, even though I'm sure they have some fake, false statistics. I know the real statistics. You know why? I was homeless in the streets for 7 years out here, bro. What are you talking about, statistics? Get out of here. Your guys, stop playing that game, bro. Statistics can be generated. They can be created, okay? They can be altered. You know what I'm saying? It's digital. Okay, it's not based on anything of any type of real factual proof. The real factual proof is when you look outside and you see a fucking zombie apocalypse. That's the fucking proof, okay? Anything else is fugazi, it's fake, it doesn't exist. If this strategy was working, if it was working, you would be able to see visibly the improvements by just literally looking outside. And guess what? Since I first came out here, the amount of drug users and the amount of drug use and the amount of drugs has done nothing but increase by 1,000% in the last 7 years that I've been out here in the streets watching it happen the whole time. Every year, whoa, it's getting worse. Every year, it's getting worse. It's getting worse. I'm out here in the midst of everything. I'm out here eating at the same places, at our place, trying to go to get a meal at Rock Bay, trying to go live at the Salvation Army. You guys were not. Anybody that is supporting harm reduction, I would bet you $1,000 that you've never been addicted to drugs and you've never been homeless and lived in any one of these shelters out here in Victoria, BC. I would be, and you know what? You can message me, email me, phone me, and I'll come and meet up with you. And if you're trying to play me and try to act like you lived that life in the streets and you went through addiction and stuff when I really did, that's not a good thing for you. That's not a good idea. Let's just put it like that. You know what I mean? Because you're not going to come and lie to my face and think that you're going to pretend to be something you're not when I really am from that life. That's going to put you in a bad situation. So it's probably not a good idea. So, you know, you're not going to trick me, buds. You know what I mean? I'm really from the slums, dog. You know what I mean? It ain't going to work. You know what I mean? I told you, bro, we pull cards like that. We don't play that shit, bro. So, exactly, man. You get hurt for doing that, bro. Like where I come from, anything that you swear that you live by and you're doing it, and if you're not, you're gonna get beat up, bro. You're potentially killed, man. It's that serious where I come from. You cannot. There's a game out here in BC where people are pretending to be something they're not, and there's no consequences for it. Where I come from, the consequences are severe. It's literally you're going to get shot in your face or stomped out. You know what I mean? It's every single time. Anytime you're faking it, you're going to get it. You know what I mean? Out here in BC, anybody can be anybody, whoever they want to be, and there's no consequences. There's no consequences. No one's going to beat you up. Nobody's going to shoot you. No one's going to stab you. You can you can fake it all the way. It doesn't matter, and it'll work. And the system out here will actually support it. That's how crazy it is out here. It is not an authentic place. You wouldn't know unless you traveled across the country like I did and actually got to be in the streets on foot in all of these different places. You know what I'm saying? So here's the problem, man. If you can't get away from the drug, you can't defeat it. If out here in BC, now they're saying they legalized it, bro, before weed was even legal, I walked up the East Hastings Strip and there was a huge cloud of smoke coming out of this store, and I looked in there and everybody's smoking blunts, drinking beers. It's a restaurant. It's a friggin' restaurant that you can go in there, bring your own weed, smoke. You can buy weed illegally from the friggin' guy that's running the bar. You can buy alcoholic drinks. And this was years before cannabis, marijuana, weed got legalized. Like, it was still illegal, and the cops didn't care. They weren't doing nothing about it. The only time they did something about it is when they legalized it and the government said, okay, that's it. We're profiting from this, and nobody else is allowed to make money unless it's through us. So now we're smashing all the little guys and replacing them. They were even offering these illegal dispensaries an opportunity to get their licensing before they came and arrested them for operating illegally outside of the government, which would become government fraud and tax evasion too. Okay, so the government only looked at it as a way to capitalize and profit off of a culture, off of a business, off of, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro. So the government out here and the people in power are literally drug dealers, and they're connected with the drug dealers, and they're getting percentages from the organized criminals, gangsters, the mob dudes, the big boys that drop the bricks off. They're getting a percentage from these guys, and they're getting the green light and the okay, yeah, you can pass your stuff. You can. That's why there's a drug pandemic in British Columbia. People can't see this because they're civilians. They've never been homeless. They've never sold crack. They've never been to jail. They've never been around pentimers and gangsters. They don't know the truth. And it seems right because they've built a beautiful front. You know what I'm saying? This is the thing about people that aren't built in the streets, man. They don't have the ability to see what's coming. They don't belong in the streets. They would get annihilated, bro. If you're not from that life and you don't know about that life since you were a kid all the way up, you are not built to survive in that type of an extreme environment. You will be ripped apart. And all you people that say, oh man, I'd be okay out there and I'm tough and blah blah, bro, I'm telling you, you think you are until you find out. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, you're not. Nobody is, bro. Like, trust me. Like, you know what I mean? Right? It's a temporary thing. It's gonna come to an end. But bottom line is, you cannot escape addiction if the drugs are always there to your access, because it's chemical dependency. It's not the person. The person doesn't have the ability to consciously choose the drug over not doing the drug, especially if it's always there. If it's always there in front of you, if there's always people around you doing it, the influences. If you're an alcoholic and you're around alcoholics all the time and everybody is drinking all the time, do you think that you're going to overcome alcoholism? That's not how it works. You're chemically dependent on that booze. It's not a choice. You do not have the ability to choose because you're chemically addicted. You're chemically dependent on something. It's different. There's no conscious behind that. Okay? Your body's going to do what it does to get the chemicals that it needs to survive and function. Okay? There's nothing you can do to stop that. You can't, even if you try to stop yourself from breathing right now, if you hold your breath and try to stop and kill yourself, it won't work. You'll go like that. That's the same thing as a chemical dependency. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It really is. And if you disagree, that's because you don't know it. You have not been on drugs. I've been on drugs, bro. I've been addicted to drugs. I've overcame drugs. You know what I'm saying? That was way back when I was 18. I was snorting coke, snorting ecstasy pills, robbing houses, robbing people. You know what I'm saying? Getting pounds of weed. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was an alcoholic. I would literally rob people for liquor. You know what I'm saying? For money to go drink and party. You know what I'm saying? I was an addict. You know what I'm saying? But my father was a hardcore drug addict. You know what I'm saying? And everybody around me, my cousin, everybody else, they were all using hardcore drugs. You know what I'm saying? And the worst one of all is the pain pills, man. It's the morphine. It's the hydromorphs. It's the pain pills, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, those are the ones, because that's the one that your body, that's the worst one. The pain, the pain, the pain. You remove your natural ability to fight pain, so your body is in such pain, that unspeakable amount of pain, unspeakable. You could get your arm cut off and be in less pain than if you were to get addicted to pain medicine, pain pills, and then get cut off from it, get dope sick. A drop of water could fall on your face and it would feel like you just got punched in the face. It's that painful. It's painful. Your body lost its natural ability to fight pain on any level. You would just be sitting there, just in the most pain, like third degree burns all over your body. That's the way it feels. Okay, I saw my dad go through it. But here's the thing. The only thing that ever sobered my dad up, ever, like, he was just raging. Like, he was out just smashing 4 oxy 80s at the same time. Like, amounts of drugs that would kill any human being. For some reason, everyone said that. I don't know how your dad does that much dope, man. I don't know how he can smash that many oxy 80s. You know, he's gonna die, you know. And they're telling me this when I'm 15 years old, like street dudes that my dad hangs around. You know what I mean? So, bro, I know this shit. You know what I mean? For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Big time. You know, my dad asked me to help him inject, you know, when he was withdrawal and shaking so much, he finally got some pills and he melted them down, and he's like, I can't inject because he keeps poking himself. I'm 15, 16 years old. He's asking me to help him inject. I ran. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of traumatizing life that I lived as a kid. Okay, so I understand drugs and addiction more than anybody because I've been through it myself, and everyone around me has, and I've grew up in the streets since I was 14 years old. Was the first time I was homeless. When you're homeless living in the streets, all you see and all you know is sickness, drug addicts, drug addiction, you know, criminal elements. That's all there is. You're completely saturated and consumed into that life. So nobody can tell me that I'm wrong about this. They're wrong. This province is wrong. The people, the civilians that have bought into this harm reduction thing are wrong. Okay? The statistics are false. They're fake. They're wrong. The reason, why would somebody do that? Why would the government do that? Because the government is profiting. Everything is about money. When has it not been? When has it not been? It's always been about money. Everything is a business. You know that. Stop pretending like you don't know that. You know that. Everything is a business. Everything is about money. And it's money over anything. People will kill you. People will leave you dead. People will just take... If it comes down to being your friend or getting a higher or a better promotion in their job, they're going to take the better promotion and get the more money in their job for their stability and for their longevity of their life, and literally cut someone off that they love or that they've been friends with all their lives. You know what I'm saying? People will, like, your own family will betray you over money. I'm telling you. And everybody says, no, I would never do that. I'll never switch up over until you see it, until it's there. You know what I'm saying? But I guess depending on who you are, obviously. But 9 times out of 10, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, money rules everything. Take a look around, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you have to understand. You don't know about Mexico? Don't you understand that this thing is a real thing, that this really happens? Like, politicians and governments and leaders, you know, these so-called leaders have been literally caught, like, making drug deals with cartels and organized mobs and shit. Like, why are you acting like this is a fucking doesn't exist, or this is a secret or some shit, or it's out of a fucking movie, like it's a conspiracy or some shit? It's not. You know what I mean? So come back to this video in 10 years Okay, if you live in BC, come back to this video in 10 years and tell me that drug addiction, drug use, and all of these things have improved when you look outside. Not by the statistics. I can go ahead and just write some statistics right now. Hold on. Let me just write some statistics down for you. You know what I mean? So, this is working. Yeah, check it out. We have this many people that have made it out of addiction now since the harm reduction has started. You can just create that, bro. Where are you getting your statistics from? What are you gonna do? Go, you know what I mean? There's nobody out there in the streets asking, buddy, I was homeless the whole time sitting at the shelter. I'm going like this. I didn't see anybody walk up and ask, hey man, have you ever been through an addiction, and do you think harm reduction has improved your quality of life, or have you overcome addiction because of harm reduction? There's nobody out there asking that. There's no people there. So how are they collecting the statistics? They don't fucking exist, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're not there. It doesn't exist. It's a fucking lie. Get it into you. Get it into you, bro. Because I'm the one standing on the block. I'm the one on the fucking Pandora Strip walking up and down, going from Hamilton House to the fucking Salvation Army for fucking 6 years. What are you going to tell me? I know what's going on. You don't. Period. You know what I'm saying? You don't like it? Fucking too bad. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That's the facts. You want to fucking know what's happening? Go out in the street, you fucking weirdo. Don't fucking tell me about your statistics and all this bullshit that the fucking you're buying into, you watch on the fucking TV. You never been fucking in the streets, goof. You know what I mean? I'm pissed off, bro. I'm fucking mad at everybody right now, man. I'm sick of this fucking city. It's disgusting. It's the fakest fucking place I've ever been in my life. Fakest fucking people I've ever met in my life. Fakest organizations I've ever fucking witnessed in my life. And they're all profiting off of homelessness and addiction. The lowest bottom feeder fucking goofs that exist on the fucking planet, next to pedophiles and rapists. You know what I'm saying? You're preying on fucking sick people. You're preying on my fucking dad. That was before he passed away, that he's a fucking, drug addict. If he was out here, he would have fucking died a long fucking time ago, man. And maybe not. Maybe, you know what? There's the Narcan thing too. You know what? The Narcan. They figured out a way that they could preserve their fucking client. They figured out a way that they could preserve a drug addict, so that way that drug addict could live longer and continue to buy drugs. Think about it. What's the average lifespan of a drug addict? You know what I'm saying? When are they going to die? They're going to eventually die. If you do drugs and you continue to do drugs, you're going to die. Okay? That's a fact. Okay? But now they got Narcan. So you can die like half dead, get hit with Narcan, come back, and then immediately go and smoke more meth right away. Go ahead and just do another fucking pill and smash another fucking Dilaudid. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you don't think that's fucked up? I get it. You want to save lives. Okay? But they got people that they fucking literally cut off life support because, it's cruel to keep that person alive at this point. You know what I'm saying? That's the same fucking thing with addiction pretty much, man. Like, they're gonna fucking die anyways. They really are. I'm sorry. My dad, he was gonna fucking die. If it don't fucking matter, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It matters because when it's people you love, right? Yeah, all my fucking people I love died from drugs, bro. My first love, dead. 20 fucking something years old, died. Okay, my fucking dad. My cousin overdosed. You know what I'm saying? He was never the same. He has 10% left of his fucking heart usage. He was in fucking crutches for years. Okay? All of my fucking all the dudes I grew up with in high school, and Sir John A. Macdonald in Hamilton, Ontario, they're all fucking dead. Jordan Doxter fucking just died from overdose. Ryan Babbage, fucking I grew up with him. He just fucking died. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, man, I could just keep going on and on and on. I don't even want to think about it, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I lost everybody in my whole fucking world to drugs. Everybody died except for me. And you know what? If I got caught up here in BC and ended up on fucking drugs, I would have died too. I would have never, or they would have just preserved me until I just fucking burned out. You know what I'm saying? Because I would have never been able to get away from the drugs ever, because they are just giving them to you out here. It's legal. You can do it out in the open. Like, it's just, here you go. You know what I'm saying? And that doesn't work with addiction. The only time I've ever seen my dad sober ever in my entire fucking life off of fucking drugs was when he went to jail. Yeah, you can get drugs in jail. 99.8% of people do not have the resources, the people that are going to come bring you canteen money. And if you're already a fucking drug addict and you're in jail, chances are no one gives a fuck about you anyways. You're not going to get no money to get the drugs any fucking ways. The drugs come into the jail in somebody's asshole hooped into a fucking condom in a fucking Kinder Egg. Are you stupid? Most people don't want to do that, bro. I mean, addiction will make you fucking do anything. It's disgusting, right? But yeah, that's how people are getting drugs into jails, up their fucking ass. Okay? So, you want to smoke some fucking heroin out of my asshole? Right. Didn't fucking think so. So, you fucking civilians don't know this shit because you didn't go to jail, did you? You didn't fucking see people coming into the fucking range to go sit on the fucking toilet and shit that out. It's a fucking package of whatever drugs is in there. You know, you get fucking robbed. People come onto the range, and if they know you got a package, they'll smash you out, sit you on the toilet, and wait until you fucking shit it out and rob you for it. That's the type of lifestyle I've been exposed to. I watched that shit happen. That's my life, motherfucker. That's not your life. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know about this drug life. You don't know why the fuck this is happening in BC and why it's not happening in Ontario. You know what I'm saying? But this whole new wave of the fucking legalizing drugs and shit, just watch in 10 fucking years how fucking bad British Columbia gets. Watch how it multiplies. Watch how it continues. And it has been for the last decade. Longer than that. And I don't know why they're playing this front like, oh yeah, we just legalized weed. What the fuck are you talking about? Or sorry, legalized drugs. What are you talking about? Drugs have been legal the whole time. I was here almost 10 years ago and everybody was using drugs and the cops were walking by. It was don't you call that legal? If it was illegal, like where I come from, if a motherfucker, the whole strip, Pandora strip wouldn't exist. The fucking East Hastings strip wouldn't exist. Because if they keep coming back to the same spot to do drugs and the cops are just waiting for them, fucking book them, arrest them, they go to jail, they dry out, they come out, they fucking come back to the drugs, they dry out, and then eventually they just either say, you know, I don't want to live that life no more. And there's nowhere to fucking it's not easy. The more difficult you make it to do the fucking drug, the more likely the person is going to end up not doing the fucking drugs, okay? That's really how it is, okay? That's really how it is. The only thing that stopped me from getting my hands on drugs was jail. I tried to get people to come bring me canteen money, you know what I mean? So I could get some fucking weed that somebody hooped up their fucking ass and shit, you know what I mean? But then I thought about it and I was like, yeah, I don't want that, you know what I mean? And nobody would bring me money anyways because I'm in fucking jail, like, you know what I mean? Like, and fucking criminal, like, who the fuck? Like, there's very few guys that have it like that, you know what I'm saying? Very few. You're gonna dry out. You're gonna get dope sick, you're gonna withdraw, you're gonna get out of it, you're gonna become sober again, and you're gonna become naturally dependent on your own fucking pain fighting chemicals in your body again. And then you have a second chance at life. But if there's always drugs given to you all the time and it's all around you and everybody's on fucking drugs, which in BC everybody's on fucking drugs. I'm literally the only person outside in the fucking streets that's homeless that's not on drugs. I never met one fucking person in 7 years in fucking Victoria, BC that was not on drugs. Vernon, when I went there was a shelter. Guys were overdosing right in front of me, right in the bathroom. Boom. He shot up. He went, fell down right on his face. I watched it happen. I just stood there. I'm like, fuck. They came in, Narcan, the boom. He got back up. He's like, fuck, I died again. And then he left. He went and fucking did more drugs. And it just kept going like that. I'm sure he's eventually you're going to die. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Narcan might fucking save you a couple of times, but your body can't just keep going through that. You're going to die. You know what I'm saying? So, but it preserves the drug addict. So, me as when I was selling crack, I wish I had Narcan. I really do. When I was selling fucking drugs and pain pills and all that shit, I wish I had Narcan, man. You know why? Because I'm sure, like, I wonder where all my fucking clients went. They were all dying. You know what I'm saying? All the dudes that were buying drugs off me and shit, some of them disappeared. I'm like, fuck, man, I'm down like this much money now because my fucking custody didn't show up when he got paid his disability or welly check this month. Where the fuck did he go? He probably died. Well, he did. But you know what? You know what I would have did? When I was evil like that, when I wanted to make more money, I would have fucking hit him with some Narcan. I would have stayed with my fucking junkies, bro. I would have stayed with my customers. I would have stayed with my custies. I would have been in the trap house all the time. They would overdose. Narcan, get the fuck up, bro. You got another disability check next month, man. You know what I mean? No, you ain't fucking quitting on me. I need that money. I need your fucking money, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. Every end of the month, every 30 days when welfare checks came in, disability checks came in, I went downtown to go look for everybody. I was like, yo, everyone's got money, yo. I got a bunch of crack on me, a bunch of fucking drugs. I'm going to make a fucking killing today. And that's what we all strived for. Every 30 days, we fucking strived for the disability checks. We're like, yeah, We're going to make a killing when the fucking checks come in. You know what I mean? Bro, you think this shit is a joke? It's not. It's really not. You know what I'm saying? I really live like that, bro. It's fucking pure evil. I know that. And I'm disgusted by it. And that was over 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I would never do that ever again to anybody. You know what I'm saying? And I paid for that. All my loved ones died from drugs, okay? That's karma. That's karma for what I did. You know what I'm saying? I didn't care I was destroying lives and killing people and shit. I didn't care. And neither does this fucking government, clearly. Because they're doing the same fucking thing. But they got it on some next level shit. Street dealers don't have motherfucking Narcan like that. That's a government thing. They figured that shit out chemically with their fucking scientists and shit. So now, if I could go back, which I wouldn't, but if I was a drug dealer back then and Narcan existed fucking, 15 years ago, do you know how much money I would have made more off of that one fucking client, bro? Every time he overdosed, I would have went, bam, hit him with Narcan. He would have got back up and be like, yo, can I get another 20 piece? Here you go. As soon as he's like, yo, Narcan me again. As soon as I fucking OD again, I'll be like, yo, I'm right here, bro. Don't worry. Smoke that. Smash that, dog. You know what I mean? Boom. Bam. You know what I mean? He's chilling. Boom. Slumped. Oh, Narcan. Hold that. Up his nose, whatever. Narcan. Boom. He's back up again. Fuck. Thanks, bro. Fuck. You know what I mean? Yeah. You need another 40? Yeah, bro. Let me get another 40. That was crazy, dog. Yeah, here you go. All day. Just keep my fucking custody alive. Keep him alive. Keep Narcan him. Keep him alive. So my clientele, my custody lasts longer, which means more money for longer, right? You're increasing the life expectancy of the drug addict, which is converting into a higher ROI, return of investment. It's a fucking business. It's a business, okay? I get it. We don't want to fucking watch somebody overdose and fucking die. If we had an opportunity to save them, we would, right? Right. The devil knows that too. Yeah. And so do these fucking demons and drug dealers. And they thought, wow, yeah, fuck, let's just use people's natural instincts against them. Their natural fucking heart in their chest. We can use it against them. And that's what the devil does. That's what he does. He uses your heart against you. Your loved ones against you. It's crazy, man. And this is what's happening in BC, British Columbia. That's why it's like this here and nowhere else. You can go anywhere else and it's not like this. I've been all over Canada, every single province, except for Nova Scotia. And I have people out there that came out here. It's not the same, not at all. This is the only place you can come that's a big party. You can do drugs out in the public, out in the open. They help you do it. They got injection sites. They give you free drugs. They give you clean drugs. These are all exploits and excuses and ways to leverage themselves so that they can sell more drugs. That's what it is. It's this. No place in Canada makes more money off of drugs than British Columbia. This is a port place where I am. It's all coming through here. And that's another reason, man. The politicians are copping a percentage off the big boys that are dropping the bricks off, bro. That's what's happening. And then they need to, well, obviously everybody's going to see that. And they have been for the last 20 years, like the last however many years. Everybody's known Vancouver for the Skid Row to be insane. We've all known about that all over the world, right? Why is that, though? Well, now you know. Now you know. Because it's always been legal in British Columbia. What the fuck are they talking about now saying on the news? Yo, drugs, we legalize drugs. Motherfucker, I was here almost 10 years ago and drugs were legal. What are you talking about? What type of fake game are you playing? What type of display are you putting on? Why are you saying that it's illegal now? Why didn't you say it was legal 7 years ago? Because it was. There was weed dispensaries when weed was illegal and the cops were walking by, smoke's pouring out, they're laughing, the cops don't give a fuck. The cops are walking, I saw cops, literally, 2 of them walking up the East Hastings Strip right across the street from me, walking by people that are doing needles and fucking smoking meth and crack. Okay. I'm like, this is dope. I'm like, yo, I could come out here and fucking sell as much drugs as I wanted and never get caught because the cops aren't looking for a drug dealer. They don't fucking care because it's legal. So that means, are they looking to find a drug dealer that's standing there fucking selling people crack and meth? No, they can't. because it's legal. So they can't come up to you and fucking shake you down to see if you're selling drugs. And they don't know if you're using or not. So they've literally blurred the lines completely to the point where any drug dealer could come to British Columbia and make a fucking killing. And they already know that. Everyone's coming out here. All the gangsters are coming from Toronto, Hamilton. They're out here, bro. And they're making a fucking killing. They're making a killing out here off the drugs. Because the cops aren't looking for it. They don't care. They don't care. You know what I mean? They can't. They can't. There's nothing they can do because the government itself has allowed it and legalized it and allowed it to manifest. And they've created a front called harm reduction, okay, as the frontier for the community to look at it as if the government's trying to do something to fix it. And they come up with all these scientific, and all these fake statistics, and they give it to you, and then you say, oh, well, this must be right because the statistics say so. But these people aren't out in the streets living on the fucking Pandora Strip, living in a tent in Beacon Hill Park, living on the fucking on Skid Row in Vancouver. Right? They're not. So they don't know. Weren't there every single day, every single month for 7 years straight to see visibly if it really is improving or not. Because if anything is going to improve, you're going to visibly see it. Do not rely on fucking statistics, okay? You can see change happening. You can see it if you're out there in the streets. If you're not and you're in your safety, your fucking condo, and you're driving by in your car and you never step foot in the streets and you don't have no fucking life experience in homelessness or anything else or addiction, you've never been through alcoholism or addiction, never been to jail, you don't know the sickness of the streets, then yeah, you're not going to see you're not going to see it. You're not going to be able to identify it. So you're going to buy into the harm reduction thing. That's just the facts. That's just the facts, bro. Coming from somebody that really lived that life and really grew up in the streets and was homeless for 6-7 fucking years out here, walking up and down the Pandora Strip, okay? Walking up and down the East Hastings Strip. I was there. I did this shit. What the fuck are you guys talking about? You weren't there. Who are you to tell me? Like, what? Slap. You know what I mean? That's what happens to people that fucking think they know what they're talking about. You know what I mean? Come fucking try to do that to me, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I was outside the whole time. Nobody did shit. Anybody that hyped up, boom, they got slapped. That was it. Bam. Punched in your face. They're running for their life. You know how many people I ran off the block out here in Victoria, bro? Literally, like 300-pound native dudes that were like, what? I'm like, yo, bam! And just cracked them in their fucking face. And they're like, bam! Hit the ground, get up, and start running for their fucking life, screaming help. I'm telling you, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I'm tired of this fucking place. I'm tired of this place. I'm tired of you pussy-ass motherfuckers trying to act like you fucking know what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm tweaking right now. I'm pissed. You know what I'm saying? I'm bent out of shape, I'm not gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? Because you guys are fucking retarded. You guys are stupid as fuck. I've kept my mouth shut the whole fucking time, played the little fucking game, went up the ladder, fucking got employed and all that shit, got housed, made it from a fucking tent to up where I'm at right now. What do you want from me? I figured out the whole fucking thing. You guys are goofs. You guys make me sick. This city, your organizations, you fucking want to be street fucking gangsters. You know what I mean? Guys that are fucking pretending to play fucking toy soldier and you never even been through that shit. Get the fuck out. Get out of my face. You know what I mean? I'm calling this place out now. And I'm fucking, if anybody's got a problem with it, link me and I'll fucking meet you out there. You know what I mean? Real talk. Real shit. You know what I mean? It's never been an issue before. It's never been a fucking problem before, bro. Never been an issue before. You know what I mean? So I'm tired of it, man. You know what I mean? I came, I saw, I fucking conquered. I made it. I made it from a fucking tent. All these cracked out fucking junkied up shelters, you know what I mean? Fucking zombies crawling everywhere, shooting up in front of me, smoking meth in the other stall beside me where I'm getting fucking exposed to heroin and shit. I fucking knocked a couple of them out. When I was in Vernon, there was some dudes on the other there was a divider and they're smoking heroin right beside me. I fucking smelled something weird. I looked over, I saw him smoking heroin. Bam! Fucking punched homeboy. He flew over the bed. Fucking pipe went flying. Fucking the other guy went like this and was scared in the corner. Like, what the fuck? Yo, you're exposing me to heroin and fucking meth, you fucking goofs. I'll kill you. You know what I mean? Like, real talk. I'll fucking kill you for that. And you know what? Who allowed it? The fucking British Columbia government. Because they fucking legalized it and allowed it and enabled it for people to do drugs in the homeless shelters and outside of the homeless shelters. And me as a sober person, can't go anywhere without getting exposed to fucking heroin, literally. Are you fucking kidding me? And you think this shit's working, you fucking idiots? You think harm reduction is saving lives, you fucking retards? You dumb fucks. Yeah, the Narcan's saving their fucking life and extending their lifespan, but they're still gonna die by that fucking drug, buds. There's a couple of these fake little fucking implants, right? There's a couple fake fucking implants. And if I ever catch one of you guys in fucking public, bro, I'm telling you, that are saying that, oh, harm reduction saved my life. These fake fucking street guys that never really were in the fucking street in the first place, that are pretending to fucking, probably got some fake fucking, what do you call that? Those fake tattoos that aren't even real, that you just fucking put on and then you pull it off. Yeah, I bet you these guys are literally on that tip, bro. Like, cause there's no fucking way, man. I know who a street person is and who's not when I see them. Fucking weirdos. You know what I mean? And these guys look like it sometimes, you know what I'm saying? A typical fucking, whatever his name is, guy. Did a TED Talk and shit, said fucking harm reduction saved his life. You don't think he didn't get paid for that TED Talk? The fuck? Are you guys stupid? Jeepers fucking creepers, man. I can't believe this shit. I can't fucking believe it. I can't believe this place. The only reason why I got such a problem with it is because it tried to fucking snuff me out in the process. It almost destroyed me. If God wasn't on my side and I didn't have, and I wasn't blessed in a way that I could withstand and overcome and resist the devil and temptation and addiction and all these influences around me of people drinking and doing needles and smoking meth, offering me free drugs for fucking a decade plus. Do you not know how hard that is to fucking deny some shit like that when you're broken and you're homeless and you're fucking emotionally distraught and you're mentally fucking ill? And then somebody offers you some drugs and you just want to fucking do it because you want people to see that you're in pain? That's the fucking devil. And you know what I did? Every fucking time, no, get the fuck away from me. I'll punch you out. Like, real talk. That's the mentality you have to survive and not become a fucking junkie. In the streets, growing up for 15 years, since 14 in the fucking streets, homeless, around drug addicts, drugs, drug dealers, gangbangers. I lived that life. I don't give a fuck what you think. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's got it wrong. Everyone's got it wrong out here, man. And you know what? They bought into it. And they couldn't even think, why would the government do this? Why would anybody do this? It doesn't make any fucking sense. There's no profit to be made off of the homeless. It costs money for the homelessness. It costs money to fucking provide for the drug addicted and shit. Yeah. You don't understand business, do you? Do you understand business? Do you understand business? Okay. In a business, you invest a certain amount of money, okay? And you get a return of investment. It's called an ROI, okay? So to make money, you have to invest money. If you invest a certain amount of money and get less money back, that's not worth your investment. If you invest into something and you make 3 times the amount back, that's called an ROI, a return of investment, okay? And that's what drug dealing is, okay? I will go and buy a ball of crack, okay, for, I don't know, back then when I was doing it, it was like $2.20, $2.40 for a ball of crack, okay? I'll break that fucking ball down, right, into 20s, 40s, and 80s, and even skim a little bit off more and be ripping motherfuckers off because they don't care. They're fucking crack. They're on crack. So, you know what I'm saying? Then I would, and then I would, break it down and make a fucking, make who knows off that, like fucking, 400, 420, 440, 500. Like, it just depends on how you break it down. You know what I'm saying? You know how much you're, saying it's a 20 piece when it's a 15. You know what I'm saying? Saying it's a fucking, giving them a 40 piece when it's a 20 piece. It just depends. You know what I'm saying? And as long as I go and buy a ball of crack for $2.40, I chip it down and I make $400 off of it. That's the fucking whole thing about drug dealing, you fucking idiot. Like, that's what we do, you fucking retards. That's what we do. You buy drugs, you fucking chip it down, you make profit off of it, and then you buy another load, bigger load, and then you fucking break that down, you chop that up, you go and fucking hit the Pandora strip, make your money, you go buy more, and you keep using the profit that you make to buy a larger amount, until you're fucking balling, or you get fucking knocked by the feds and they fucking kick your door in. But guess what? They'll never do that in BC because they're not looking for the drug dealer. So if you ever wanted to come anywhere to make fucking money off selling drugs, come to BC. That's where you go. You'll never get caught. They're not looking for it. It's legal. There's not really that many fucking street gangsters that you got to worry about out here. You know what I'm saying? In Toronto, yeah. Like, you're going to get shot in your fucking head. You know what I'm saying? Out here, there's no gun busting off. You're on a fucking island. Who's going to shoot you in the fucking face? Where are they going to go? Where? You're on a fucking island. You're on a rock. Where are you going to hide, motherfucker? You're going to get booked. You know what I'm saying? If you think I'm going to shoot nobody out? No, fuck no. I'm going to go to fucking Toronto or Vancouver or fucking Surrey if I'm going to blow someone's fucking face off. Because now I can get away. I'm not trapped on a fucking rock on an island. You fucking civilians are stupid, bro. Idiots. You know what I mean? So, real talk, bro. Anybody that's fucking, from that life, bro, knows exactly what I'm talking about. They're probably howling right now, but it's really not that funny. You know what I mean? It's real shit. But at the same time, it's funny to a motherfucker like me because we really live that. Like, they know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? But what am I supposed to do, man? You know what I mean? Like, I can't just sit here and fucking people around me are fucking promoting this harm reduction shit, and I'm fucking like, I just want to punch everyone in their fucking face. You know what I'm saying? You're killing people. It's mass genocide. And you're saying, oh no, but it's like more people are living, yeah, you're Narcaning them. They're living longer. That's it. They're still going to die eventually. You're allowing them to live longer so that they can buy more drugs and contribute to this entire pyramid scheme, which the government is profiting off of. Okay, so they might invest a certain percentage of money into harm reduction, into homelessness shelters, but they're making over $100 million per year off of that. Also through your tax dollars. I've made videos to explain that already. If you're thinking that doesn't make no fucking sense and you can't make sense of that because you don't have the life experience in the street, that's okay. Go watch the other videos or just go fucking stay in your ignorance. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't affect me. But this is the reality, man. This is the fucking reality. So I'm pretty much done with this place. I'm done with this place. There's no changing it. All the politicians, all the fucking government, they're all fake. All the fucking organizations and agencies out here, they're all fake. They're all in it for money. They're all profiting off of homelessness and addiction. And they're keeping addiction where it is and keeping homelessness where it is so they can continuously, year after year, request funding, get the funding. Everybody gets paid. You know what I'm saying? They have to, fucking crazy, man. Like I said, the Salvation Army makes $28,500 a month, $342,000 roughly per year. One Salvation Army homeless shelter off of people's welfare checks, and dudes work too in that shelter, or at least they try, and then they find out that it's not going to last very long. And then they fucking go do a tent, and then Bylauw throws their tent out, and then the fucking zombies that they're feeding out here, all the fucking free drugs in the fucking world, steal all your shit because they're chemically fucking dependent on something that they can't control, and it's always there, easily accessed, so they can't escape it. You know what I'm saying? This is the thing with addiction. If you can't get away from it, and you can't get away from people that are doing it, you can't overcome it. It's chemically, scientifically, mathematically, fucking fact. Proven. Go do the research. Go do it. Find out how it works. Find out how fucking drugs work chemically. Find out how the human anatomy works. Find out how the brain works chemically. Find out how addiction and chemical addiction works. Go live in the fucking streets for 10 years and then fucking crack to me. Go be homeless for 10 years. Go live in the fucking shelters, not just for a day or a week or a fucking month. I need 8 months. I need 1 year. I need 2 years. I need fucking, you know what I'm saying? That's what you need to know what's going on. It took me even fucking this long to figure out the whole fucking scheme. And that's a long fucking time to be in the streets homeless, fucking living, going all these resources, wondering why they're fucking zombied out to the max and everybody's on drugs and there's no sober people at all. This is why. I was literally the only fucking sober person out there. Like, people thought I was like a fucking implant or some shit. And I'm like, I'm like, this is a nightmare. I'm like, why are you guys all on why is everybody on drugs out here? Like, the hood's way fucking worse where I come from. It's way worse out there. You know what I mean? For gun violence, for fucking gangs, for fucking drug dealers and all that shit. So why isn't there a fucking East Asian strip out there? Why isn't there a fucking zombie apocalypse out there the same way? You don't really see it that much, and there's less of it in concentrated areas. You know what I'm saying? But like, because people are going to jail. You know what I'm saying? They're getting booked with fucking a pipe and this and that. They go to jail, they dry out, they wake the fuck up, they slap themselves in the face, they pour some water on their face. They're like, fuck, that was a bad trip, man. I was fucked up. I was really fucked up, dude. Now what? Fuck, I know when I get out, I can just go right back to that shit again. But you know what? I fucking got through the dope sickness and the withdrawal. And do I want to go through that again? No. But if you never have that moment right there, what I just described to you of clarity, so sobriety, just for a minute, you will never overcome that addiction. So just go ahead, come back to this video in 10 years and just fucking watch. Just watch this place go to shit. It's going to be nothing. It's going to be like this forever. It's going to be like this forever. So all you people that are fucking praying and hoping and fucking, oh, I hope this works. I hope the harm reduction works and it saves the world. Just, you'll see. Fuck, I was saying shit like this fucking years and years ago, and fucking I've been right the whole time. I would have shut the fuck up already if I was wrong, bro. I'm telling you right now. I would have shut the fuck. Who the fuck is gonna keep talking if they've been proven wrong a million fucking, like, who's gonna nobody. You're gonna be embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed. You know why? Because I've never been fucking wrong so far. You know what I mean? Small things. Everybody's all wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's perfect. Nobody can always be right all the time. I wish I wasn't fucking right. Let's just put it that way. I'm hoping to be wrong. You know what I mean? But so far, it's been on point. You know what I mean? Easy.